Robotics, and welcome to the 8th episode of IoT Hacks, presented to you by School of IoT and powered by ANTT Robotics. Well, in this episode, we're going to build something very advanced or something like that, but today we only need this one sensor. So let's talk about the thing we're doing today. Well, we're going to make a smart theft detection system. Well, why do we need a theft detection system? Well, for example, you went outside and you actually don't want people, unwanted people or thieves to just like break into your house and then just steal your everything. So for that, you need something that can actually notify you when there is someone who you don't want in your house is actually present. So for that reason, we're going to use our School of IoT board and make a smart theft detection system, so we can actually just program this thing and can see whenever an unwanted person is there or not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's see what do we need for this project today. Well, we're going to need a new sensor. It is a strength sensor that we had the other days. It's the PIR motion sensor. It's an PIR based motion sensor. And what's PIR, if you ask me? Well, PIR actually means passive infrared sensor, so it's based on that. Well, this sensor is actually pretty different because this sensor needs to be calibrated. By that I mean is that you see these little knobs here, like this little knobs here. It's actually for calibrating the sensor, like the delay and the sensitivity of the sensor, like the distance and all. So we're just going to calibrate that. Well, I've already calibrated it so that I don't need to calibrate it right now. Well, you can actually calibrate it on your own. There are a lot of things on the internet that's available. Well, we're going to take this cover off, and you can see that it's the main sensor, and aside from that we have our pinouts. So let's see, it's the VCC, the data pin, the out pin, or the ground pin. So let's connect it. We're going to connect our ground pin, then our VCC pin, and then we're going to connect our out pin. Other than that, let's close the cap because you cannot actually see it with the caps on, taking it out. Now we have our pins connected. Let's take the School of IoT board and just connect it. Well, this project is not going to need any other thing because we have an onboard buzzer which is going to make noise if the thief actually breaks in, and you can also save in your dashboard in School of IoT. So let's connect our VCC with 23 volts. Let's connect the out pin with the pin setup. Let's see where this is set up in the code. Well, it's PIR sensor, it's 13. So let's connect with out pin 13. Alright, let's connect with out pin 13. Now let's connect the ground. Alright, it's done, and we don't need to connect any buzzer because School of IoT board comes with a built-in buzzer. So that's actually done. Well, our thing is done right now. Now we're going to just upload our code. Let's connect it with our School of IoT board. And after it's connected, let's see the code. So it's going to and load it. Well, our code is uploading. Now, how does it work? Well, the thing which is going to happen is that this motion sensor is going to detect if someone is here. Well, there is no one inside the home, so when someone will be there, it will detect that unwanted person or that person that's in your house, and then it's going to tell the buzzer to make some noise and going to notify you. So that's pretty much it. Our code is being uploaded, and yes, it's uploaded. So let's move on with the software part. Let's disconnect it. Well, let's create some equipments. We're going to add our equipment and we're going to name it theft detection. Theft detection. Now we're going to do a description. School of IoT project 8. Let's give it this icon, and we're going to add two actions. Well, here is only auto mode, there is no manual mode or something like that, so you can add manual mode if you want, but this project doesn't need any manual mode. Alright, now let's paste this here. Let's paste our buzzer and the trigger name, that is PIR value. Let's copy this. Alright, we're now just going to clean this thing up. Action type boolean, and we're going to save it. Now we're going to go to register equipment, and then we're going to register it and set up our dashboard. So let's rename this thing theft detection, and done. Right, let's add the switches. But we're going to add two switch, one, or we're going to add how many switch? I guess I need to check. Well, we are going to use two switches, so let's add those. Set up your value, forgot, auto mode, registry, theft detection, action auto mode, and submit. Buzzer, registry, theft detection, buzzer, and submit. Now we're going to add the trigger, which is PIR value. Right, and we're done. So let's just copy our tokens and paste it. So our setup is complete. So we're just going to upload this code, and we can move on to seeing the results. Alright, so our everything setup is complete. So now we're just going to test this thing. So let's try it out. So let's give my hand around in here. Let's give my hand. I'm not a thief, but okay, it's going to detect, radiation and all. So yeah, it's going to detect thermal signals. Let's remove it. It's going to stop in any bar. It has stopped. Now let's do it again. Let's put my hand in here. Okay, it's working. Now let's put it out. It actually kind of works for a second. We need to turn it off. Alright, it turned off. So it pretty much is. It's not actually that it will detect only thieves. Obviously, it will detect thermal signals. So yeah, make sure you don't turn it on while you're inside your house, because this buzzer is going to just bro, your ears are going to be gone literally. So that's pretty much it. See you in the next episode, where we will do something as usual more interesting than this thing. Until then, stay safe and bye.